Welcome everyone. Today I will show you how an amateur Elden Ring player took on Elemer of Briar. Cause I saw all those videos with that cool dancing sword. The boss can be found in the shaded castle. I used Nagakiba plus 25 for this boss battle with the Blood Tax Ash of War. For my flask I used the Thorny Cracked Tear for increasing damage of successive strikes and the Opaline Hard Tear to increase damage negation. For buffs I used Golden Vow and Flame grant me strength. For the talismans I had Rotten Winged Sword Insignia to help with the repeated attacks damage build up. The Dragon Crest Great Shield as the boss does physical damage. Milicent's Prosthesis to boost dexterity and damage with successive strikes and Shard of Alexander to boost the damage for blood tax. Now for my first 20 tries I tried Eleonora's Pole Blade, the Marais Executioner Sword, the Echi Katana. I also tried a shields that had 100% physical damage negation and those worked to an extent. However, the most effective technique you can do is to close the distance to the boss and roll through his attacks. If you are close to him he will be forced to not throw his sword at you, that attack becomes hard to dodge. You can block it but it will eat away at your stamina. You need to understand the timings and directions of his attacks to accurately dodge them. I got hit multiple times before I learned his timings. He also does a shield bash after his third strike. Make sure you avoid that by rolling to either side. Also he does a grab attack, his fist will start to shine red before it, make sure you get some distance before that specific attack. This is a fast fight and Elemer does more attacks from a distance. Blood tax really helps to replenish health as it's very hard to use flasks. And there it is, now you have that Marais Executioner Sword. With 52 Strength and 59 Arcane, it seems to be holding its own in the DLC as well. At plus 10 it can definitely help you with the open world enemies quite easily. Before you leave the video, I just want to show you how hard it is to actually get to the boss battle. The Shaded Castle is a smaller legacy dungeon located in Altus Plateau. For starters, the whole castle is in the middle of a poison swamp. And the entire landmass of the castle is also a poison swamp. You have to find ledges, rocks and other pieces of land just to keep away from getting poisoned. You can use the mushroom armor to slow down poison buildup, but then you have the enemies. This dungeon is filled with a mix of hateful and annoying ones, mind you. This is all on top of the poison swamp within the castle. Here are some of the enemies you will encounter if you are also eager to get the Marais Executioner Sword. First up are the basilisks. These creepy crawlies can jump to close distance and on top of that, they breathe out death which has a quick build-up and your health doesn't matter when the build-up is complete. Also sometimes they just pop out of the poison swamp, making it very hard to avoid. I find it best to deal ranged damage with the Bolt of Gransax as that just makes it super easy to get through them. Again, these are just there in the Shaded Castle. I mean, you can find them in other areas in the lands between, but a place where you're already battling against poison buildup, these basilisks become a headache to deal with. Like this one, I only noticed him earlier when making this video, but while I was playing, it was just a surprise for me and I wasn't even prepared for a close encounter. Then there are the Clean Rot Knights, which is strange but I will get back to it at the end of the video. Again, these aren't super easy to kill, but thanks to the Bolt of Gransax, I can just attack from a distance. Then just hanging around are these bell enemies. I don't even know what they are called, but they have ranged attacks that can track you. On top of this, there is this enemy on a horse that I have never seen anywhere else in the game. Please comment if you have seen them elsewhere. Both of them are easy to deal with, but again, this is all happening in a poison swamp. Then there are these general humanoid enemies, and man are they annoying. So they attack you from blind corners and latch onto you to do damage. On top of this, they rip their chests to splatter poison in the area in front of them, which of course speeds up the poison buildup. While you are dealing with them, a wild monk-like thing appears that does fire damage. And it's not like it does one attack and then builds up the next. And no, it just keeps the attacks up, which makes it super annoying to fight. Again, I had to resort to the bolt to clear the area. And so this makes sense, there are at least 3 of them in the area. Thankfully this one was on solid ground. I believe the other 2 are either in the swamp or really close to it, which again just makes it annoying. But what can a Tarnished who's in search for a cool sword really do? But even after all of this, the most annoying enemy is not Elemer of Briar. You might think it would be the bell-bearing hunter, but no, it's not him. It's this revenant that, and hear me out, that not only spews poison but also teleports. Thankfully my second bolt was already charged when it attacked and I was able to get it. It did get me and you can see my runes lying there on the side. Now once you are done with the annoying enemies, Let me just take you through a montage of deaths that I had battling Elemer of the Briar for his sword. The first one where he straight up just got me with the cross slash. Or this attempt. This one is just hilarious. I thought I'd take his own sword to fight him, and at the time I was thinking this will make a great video, but no. I got one Ash of War hit in, that's it, and he straight up just wrecked me. Or this one where I thought if all else fails Eleonora's pole blade will succeed. Well, you can see for yourself how much success I had with the pole blade. I'd say this was a better attempt. I got a good amount of damage, but no, that didn't even cut it. I tried a few more times with the pole blade and then finally got him with the Nagakiba. This is the grab attack, you can see his fist will light up when he goes for it. This is the only time you should create some distance with him. As for the total damage you can do with the sword, here are the numbers with Golden Vow and Flame grant me strength. Thorny Cracked Tear in the flask. Along with Rotten Winged Sword Insignia. Shard of Alexander and the Milicent's Prosthesis with 52 strength and 59 arcane. As you can see, for me it went up to 11,211. Not too bad, but the Ash of War is slow. One thing that has stuck with me from the fight with Elemer was this picture of Melania in the boss room. What was it doing there? Let me know if you guys have an idea. Again, thanks for watching this video. You can click on one of the videos on the screen to see more Elden Ring content or subscribe for more dumb ways to game.